I am here with the fabulous Countess Luann de Lesseps, and we are playing 10 chaotic questions.
Okay.
Luann, I want to start with one of your phrases that I really take to heart every day. Money can't buy you class.
Right.
But what is the best thing money can buy you?
Freedom. Freedom to do whatever you want to do, right? Money can't buy you love, it can't buy you health, and it can't buy you class. But it can't buy you freedom. Creative freedom. Like on the Housewives, I can't sing whatever I want to in a cabaret show because of music rights. But on the cabaret stage, I can sing whatever I want.
Absolutely.
Did you know that?
Now I do.
Now you do.
Now I do. You are here for Mighty Hoopla, as well as a string of other performances around Australia. I want to know, what is the most chaotic thing that's happened to you on stage?
So one night when I first started my cabaret career, I went into the audience to do a Q&A instead of having somebody else do it. I said, you know what, let me get with my audience. So I come off the stage and I'm going around the room and I stop by a table of bachelorettes, right? And they're all having a great time. And one of the girls wants to ask me a question, so I hand her the microphone. As she goes to ask me a question, she projectile vomits on me. So I'm like standing there, right? And so I take the mic back and go, somebody get this lovely lady a napkin, and I just keep on moving because, you know, I'm kind of working the room at this point, and I don't want to embarrass her or draw attention to her. So I pretend it kind of just didn't happen, and it just gets in my hair a little bit, and somebody comes with a napkin and wipe it off, and I just kept on going.
Now, Luann, I feel like we've seen you have a lot of house guests over the years.
Yes.
Who would be your dream housemate? Anyone in the world, living or dead?
Carol Burnett. Oh God, I could talk to her for days. I mean, I grew up watching that kind of, you know, variety shows, and, you know, I could have said, you know, Miles Teller, who's so hot, or any number of men, but if I really want to relate to somebody, I would like to get into Carol Burnett's brain, or Joan Rivers.
Of course.
Joan was great. I get to work with her a couple times. I love those, you know, incredible women who are storytellers and joke tellers and who've had such a, you know, a big life and career.
And who is one person you would never let into your house?
Oh, it's terrible. I can't think of anybody I dislike. I have an open door policy in my house. I don't dislike anybody, but who would I want to keep out of my house? Oh my God, I don't know.
We can come back to it, but also open door policy, I'm going to be taking you up on that. Next summer, I'll come knocking, don't worry.
Yes.
Now that you've said it, it's on camera too.
Love it.
I think especially in these times, we could all do with a little class with the Countess. What is one lesson you wish you'd learned earlier?
That if you don't think you're great, nobody else will, right? It does have something to do with class. I think when you know, feel great about yourself, you act classier, right? You possess an air about you that screams class. When you're comfortable in your own skin, right?
It's a great pep talk right now.
He's like, you're looking for dirt, huh?
Well, I guess kind of on the flip side of that question then, in your wise words, chic, c'est la vie.
Yes.
What do you think is the least chic thing someone can do?
You know, when I see somebody treating somebody else badly, I can't take it.
Now, obviously, we know you as the OG Real Housewife of New York, and we've seen you in various reality shows over the year, but I want to know, if you had to pick another reality show to do tomorrow, which one would it be?
I just thought of a show today, which is really interesting. I think of a lot of shows. A show called Wingman.
Okay.
Which is, I can make the best wingman. I make a wingman for a girl and a wingman for a boy. I mean, and that sounds like a fun show to do. I could be your wingman.
Oh, this is a brand new show pitch. This is not even an existing show.
No.
Okay, you heard it here first.
Exactly.
Wingman.
Wingman.
Exactly.
Well, that's a good one, actually. I like that.
What is the strangest job you've ever had?
My first job was doing dishes in a rest home for the elderly. That's how I became a nurse.
Yeah.
I was handing out flyers in New York at one point when I was a model trying to make money.
Yeah.
You know, because my friend had a $10 store. $10. Get your things here for $10. So I used to hand out the flyers on the street when I was trying to model and I wasn't, you know, always getting jobs. So I would, help my friend out and get paid to hand out flyers on the street.
Well, it's the art of self-promotion, of course.
Exactly. Well, you know how it is now. If you walk down the street, people try to give you shit and you're like, keep on walking,
Let's say, touch wood, we're going to get the Luann biopic. Who would you cast as yourself?
Are we talking about a real person that would play me?
Real person, yeah.
That would play me?
Yeah.
A girl at that age, I moved to Europe when I was 23. I'm trying to think who's Sandra Bullock.
I see the resemblance too.
I know, people say that to me all the time.
A young Sandra Bullock.
A young Sandra Bullock.
Of course. And final question, Luann. What has been your most embarrassing run-in with another celebrity?
So I'm in David Bowie's house in Moustique, right, with my girlfriend who used to rent that house. And she goes, Mick Jagger's coming for dinner. I said, no, he's not. And she goes, I think he might be coming for dinner. Anyway, so she has a dinner party for me. She's Spanish from Madrid. So she has a 12 people dinner party. And sure enough, Mick Jagger walks in for dinner. So she seats me right next to him and she says, and then she starts talking about me, and she goes, oh, well, Luann is a recording artist, right? And I do make my own music, right? But this is Mick Jagger, right? And then she puts on Chic, C'est La Vie. I was like, oh, shit. I almost crawled under the table. I was so embarrassed. And then Mick Jagger goes, do you want to dance? Yeah. And you have to remember, this is happening in the house of David Bowie. Let's dance, right? That was embarrassing. I forgot about that moment.
It doesn't sound very embarrassing to me.
Darling.
It sounds splendid.
Well, I was embarrassed because it's Mick Jagger, right? And I think Chic was only my second song, I was not touring or anything like that. I was just starting to sing on the show.
It was Mick Jagger supporting emerging talent.